Pokemon Horizons episode 52 just aired, and dude, it was another banger! This third arc of Horizons really do be popping off every single week without a break, man. I really love it so far, you know? So let's talk about what happened right now. The episode began with Liko Roy Dot trying to meet more wild Pokemon for their reports, and I really like little scenes like this, showing off wild Pokemon in their home habitats, in the wild, acting natural. It's always so sweet and really makes me appreciate the Pokemon much more. Roy begins studying a wild Capsakid, while Fuecoco easily climbs trees and carries loads of berries for Capsakid, and Wattrel tries to do the same to help, but he's really not strong enough of a flyer, and every time he tries, he keeps getting knocked to the ground by the wind, and that makes Wattrel really sad and a tiny bit jealous of Fuecoco because Fuecoco can help Roy and Capsakid, but Wattrel really can't help no matter how hard he tries. This is a really nice callback to when Roy caught Wattrel, because back then Roy taught Wattrel how to fly, you know? I love to see that the writers remembered all of that, and remembered that Wattrel isn't the best flyer in the world. He only learned how to fly recently. In the middle of the night, Wattrel tries again, but he just keeps failing over and over. The wind is too heavy. Roy and Fuecoco wake up and try to cheer him on by singing, but unfortunately it just doesn't help. Wattrel just feels really low and like a bit of a failure. Then suddenly the whole area, the whole forest, turns dark and ghostly and creepy, and our favourite trio are terrified. Dude, I love seeing their reaction to scary stuff. Even Wattrel was absolutely shook. But there's no need to worry, they're not going to be murdered or anything. All it is Ryme and her Zygarde. I think that's how you pronounce that Pokemon's name. And they suddenly show up in the forest in the middle of the night. And yeah, they meet Roy and his Pokemon and they talk for a little bit. Ryme and her Zygarde then suddenly do a little rap for Roy. And dude, Roy and Fuecoco love it because they love singing. And can I just say really quickly, the voice actor for Ryme did a fantastic job voicing her. The rap was so fun and so fitting for the character. And Ryme also shows a special interest in Fuecoco. I'm assuming it's because she knows he'll evolve into a ghost type Pokemon in the future, as the Skeledirge. And hey, maybe this entire scene is hinting at Roy having a gym battle against her, and maybe Fuecoco evolving during that gym battle. Imagine Roy and Fuecoco singing, and Ryme and her Zygarde rapping, creating like a musical gym battle, you know? That would be so peak, dude. The next morning, Wattrel tries again and fails again to fly through the wind and get berries. So Fuecoco, out of the good of his little crocodilian heart, offers to help Wattrel, but Wattrel is just so frustrated about not being able to do it himself, and he's feeling so low and like a failure, to the point that he kind of lets his emotions get the better of him, and he attacks Fuecoco, dude. But then before anything else can happen, they all see that the Capsakid from yesterday is stuck on a dangerous cliffside. So Roy risks his life and climbs down to help it, but Capsakid is so scared that he attacks Roy. In the process of that chaos, Roy accidentally swallows Capsakid's spicy hot bullet seed, and Roy loves the taste of it, dude. And that really made me laugh, you know? Roy then did what he does best and began singing to Capsakid, trying to build trust between them, and it actually works. So Capsakid climbs onto Roy, and they try and figure out how to escape the dangerous cliff edge. Wattrel then sees that this could be his moment to shine and to overcome his biggest hurdle, so the little guy launches through the sky, flying his absolute hardest, and fighting through the heavy winds to try and help them. And he actually manages it, dude. Wattrel reaches Capsakid and flies him to safety, and everyone is celebrating and so happy for Wattrel. He overcame his biggest obstacle, his biggest struggle, his biggest insecurity, you know? But then Roy falls from the cliff and plummets down to the ground, and immediately Wattrel bursts into action and launches through the sky again, and Wattrel actually evolves, man, catching Roy and saving his life. And dude, can I just say that Kilowattrel is absolutely huge? He's like bigger than an albatross, bigger than an eagle. I would say he's crossing over into pterodactyl territory, bruh. So yeah, Roy is so happy as he flies through the sky on Kilowattrel and everyone's celebrating. And then the final part of the episode is showing off Kilowattrel's personality. He's basically super cool and a great flyer now, but he still has his cheeky playful streak. Like he winks at Fuecoco and plays in the sky with him. And then the episode ended with an ominous shot of an Annihilape in the shadows, teasing a future appearance. Some people have theorized that maybe it could be Ash's Primeape, but now evolved, and maybe that's why they're teasing it so early. But I don't know, for me personally, I think Annihilape is more likely to be related to Liko. Liko's goal is understanding Pokemon's emotions and feelings and helping them with it, and Annihilape is the most prime example ever of a Pokemon with angry, rageful feelings, you know? So it makes sense to me for Liko to help Annihilape with his anger, and then maybe if we're super lucky, she could maybe catch it too? So yeah, overall I really loved this episode, dude. Personally, Wattrel is one of my favourite Pokemon ever and one of my favourite characters in the show, so while I am a little sad that he evolved without getting more focus episodes beforehand, this was a really great episode dedicated to him and dedicated to his personality and most importantly his struggles before evolving. And hey, Wattrel beat his biggest hurdle, his biggest insecurity in order to evolve, so I'd say the evolution was very well deserved. I loved that Wattrel evolving also made him and Fuecoco get along better because Wattrel no longer has the insecurities he had before, and I'm really excited to see Kilowattrel more in the future, dude. Liko, Roy, and Dot finally have their first big Pokemon. I'm just gonna say it though, dude. Roy not catching Capsakid in this episode is definitely one of the biggest fumbles of Horizon so far. Such a huge missed opportunity, dude. Capsakid was so sweet and Roy got along with him really well. Capsakid loved Roy's entire singing thing. Roy loved eating Capsakid's spicy bullet seeds. And the little guy got on with Fuecoco and Wattrel too. Dude, I really wish Roy caught Capsakid. It would have been perfect. But sadly, Capsakid said goodbye and went along his merry little way. Hey, I guess we can't have everything we hope for, right? Let me know your thoughts on today's episode below. Did you love it as much as I did? Also, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you enjoyed my review. That would help me out a ton, dude. I'd really appreciate it. And we're on the road to 130,000 subscribers, and you can help us get there, man. Be sure to join our Discord server if you want to watch Horizons episodes as they air and talk about them with like-minded fans. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching and best wishes until we meet again.